Hello and welcome back to National Historiographic, and today we'll be talking about the Japanese submarine attack on Sydney Harbour. The Imperial Japanese submarine attack on Sydney Harbour took place from May 29th to June 1st of 1942. The Japanese were aiming to take down two Navy ships which were sitting in Sydney Harbour, called USS Chicago and HMAS Canberra. The Japanese had three midget submarines that were sent to Sydney Harbour. These were called M22, M24 and M27. The M in these stands for midget. There were five larger class submarines known as motherships, which were containing the midget submarines. These motherships would only approach the harbour but would never invade. On May 29, the five motherships came roughly 35 nauticals northeast of the entrance to Sydney Harbour. On May 30th, early in the morning, one of these motherships released an E-14Y Glen float plane. It was flown with two crews, which were sent out to find intel about Sydney Harbour, where USS Chicago and HMAS Canberra were moored. On the 31st of May, three out of the five motherships formed an arc-like formation just off the coast of Sydney Harbour, each one containing one midget submarine. These motherships were I-22, I-24 and I-27. This was relative and corresponded to the numbers given to the mini-ships. Each of them will released one submarine, which contained a crew of two people. The first midget submarine, which was M27, arrived in Sydney Harbour around 8 p.m. and didn't get very far as the propellers got tangled in anti-submarine nets contained close to the boom gates. Patrol boats arrived on the scene and shot down the crew of M27, which destroyed their submarine. This raised an alert for the Navy in Sydney Harbour.
The second midget submarine, the M24, arrived in the harbour at 9:48 p.m. The submarine got a lot further as the two crew came in sight of the USS Chicago through a periscope. On June 1st, at around 12:30 a.m, the M24 fired two shots at the USS Chicago. The first one missed and ran ashore at the Garden Island, failing to explode. The second one missed as well, but it hit a sea wall at Garden Island and exploded on the impact below a Sydney Harbour ferry called the Cuttable. It was being used as a Navy deport boat. A large number of the personnel on board died. 21 naval ratings were killed, 19 Australian and 2 British. M24 escaped Sydney Harbour but was found by divers in 2006 off the northern beaches of Sydney.
The third midget submarine attacked the Sydney Harbour in the early hours of June 1st. It was later detected in Taylor's Bay. 3 patrol boats were sent to investigate and depth charged M22 the following day. Navy diggers found the wreck and both of the crews had died from shooting themselves. After the attack on June 3rd, 200 Navy personnel attended a burial in commemoration of those killed at Garden Island. Those who were killed were rewarded with full Navy honour. Some of the soldiers who survived were also awarded as they dived into the skinning ferry and saved multiple soldiers. In an additional commemoration, the naval depot at Garden Island was named Cuttable after the ferry.
Submarines were put together to make a composite submarine and was put on a trailer and driven around Australia as a memorial. This submarine is now on its way back to the Australian War Memorial in Canberra and is going on display there.